Hi, I'm Connie Smith.
And I'm Mr. Connie Smith. And one of my favorite things in the world to do, I get to be Connie Smith's guitar player today.
I love that too.
Me too.
And we're right now here at the Ryman Auditorium, this beautiful auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm here to honor my hometown.
Well, you're a hummingbird. And you're from a lot of places. Where do you actually consider your hometown?
Well, I was born in Elkhart, Indiana. I was very young. We moved to West Virginia, lived there a while, and then I wound up growing up in southern Ohio. And in 1964, I got a recording contract with RCA Victor Records. And in April of '65, I moved to Nashville. And I raised my babies here. I sung my songs here. And this room here is a very important part of my life.
Well, this room is a big part of all of our lives, and it's considered the mother church of country music. It was originally built as a church,
yes,
but it's so much more than a church and the home of the Grand Ole Opry. It's one of America's most prestigious show houses. But for many years, the Ryman Auditorium was the home of the Grand Ole Opry. Mm-hmm. And I wondered, you know, the Grand Ole Opry was a way of life for me down in Mississippi. When you were a little girl, did you listen to the Opry?
We listened to the Grand Ole Opry, and I distinctly remember saying at 5 years old that when I grow up, I'm going to sing on the Grand Ole Opry.
Well, dreams do come true, don't they?
They sure do. I've been singing here for a long time.
I made a statement on Ken Burns' great film about country music. I think I said this very spot right here was the site of a glorious parade of America's sons and daughters who brought their songs and stories and their culture from the mountains and the plains and the bayous and the west, you know, their country songs. And they went out from this stage through this house on WSM radio and touched so many lives and so many hearts. And one of the things that I noticed after you and I got together is that people would come up to you, especially soldiers who had served in Vietnam. And they talked about the sound of your voice coming through that speaker helped them get back home, and it made them feel like they were at home, and it was a letter from home, and which is what the Grand Ole Opry is a lot of times. You know any songs about home, hometown?
You know, one of my favorite all-time songs about home is a song Johnny Cash wrote called Over the Next Hill, I'll Be Home.
I know. Step up there and sing it.
By the way the land is laying, I think I'd be safe in saying that over the next hill I'll be home. It's a straight and narrow highway with no detours and no byways, and over the next hill we'll be home. When we get there, we'll be hoping that we'll find the gate is open and there'll be a refuge from the coming storm. Oh, the way is long and weary, but I know the end is nearing, and over the next hill we'll be home. Yes, over the next hill we'll be home.
Hometown.